Yeah. Y'all know we did. Oh.
What?
Well, we know Zach's back now. Thanks, Zach.
my big re-entry.
That's gross.
Oh my!
Come back on the comic book frog being interrupted by Zach.
Yeah, normally it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mess with you on Tuesdays. Anyway, welcome back for another exciting issue of the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Issue number 15. Yes. And reading with us tonight is Trusty Sidekick. Woohoo!
Good evening, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear God, when we get to hour 2, it's going to be round 2 for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, gracing us with her presence tonight is the beautiful, the one and the only Marania Grimm.
Hello, everyone.
And as always, that's a never-ever dying tree.
Yeah.
I swear it's leading more and more the more I look at it.
Yeah, it's just starting to sway a bit.
Who cares about the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Looks like it leans to the right.
Hey, at least it's leading the correct way.
That's what she said. And as always, welcome back, the useless Zach. I mean, you playing the useless Human Torch, so he's excelling.
Why am I here? Why do I sign myself up for this? Am I just a glutton for punishment?
Yes.
No, you're actually under contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like that guy who ran for vice president with Ross Perot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good to be back.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but he's a bum.
Admiral Stockdale.
There you go. The more you know.
Yes, and bring us the history trivia. History facts.
Trivia?
Trivia.
Yes.
Trivia.
We have a new word.
Yes. I've been hitting the abuse a little bit. I've been me and Trusty been hanging out. We had a few drinks already.
And you didn't share. How dare you?
I wish.
Well, you still reads beer all the time. So anyway,
That's right. I got one.
The one, the only Eric Breen. He is here with us as well.
I knew I had to have something for tonight, and I got that.
James. Anna Watkins here. Cracking open another bottle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me get the book up here. We'll share this, and we'll get this little shindig on the road.
Woohoo!
Do it.
Shindigs.
Let's do it.
I like to do it.
Well,
wasn't that a dance show on TV?
I like to move it.
I don't know, but if Trusty's driving, we might go off road.
Mm.
All right, kid.
Kid? I'm a grown up. I'm a real boy. Let me make my screen bigger here. I don't have my glasses on. The world's greatest comic magazine, The Fantastic Four, featuring the Mad Thinker and his awesome android.
Let none of the Fantastic Four leave alive. The Thinker commands it.
He's turning our own weapons against us. We haven't a chance.
Eric, you want to take that?
Not only has the Mad Thinker taken over the Fantastic Four's headquarters, but is beating them at their own game. Ha-cha-cha!
Ah, just wait. Sooner or later, I'll get my mitts on you. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Just you wait.
Marvel.com, 2009, Marvel characters. All rights reserved.
Yay.
Sure. The Fantastic Four battle the Mad Thinker and his awesome android. I swear I just said that. A book-length saga. The android. Neither animal, nor vegetable, nor mineral. But is he a modern major general? What is it?
Mr. Narrator.
What is it?
Who wrote this?
Well, that would be Stan Lee.
Who? Do you know who drew it?
It was Jack the King Kirby.
Who got ink everywhere?
Some poor soul named Dick Ayers.
All right. Who did the lettering?
Art Simek would be that gentleman. And now, read on, true believers. Why does Reed look like he's wearing more mascara than Sue?
Well,
I don't know about
because he
that.
doesn't have the great one, George Bell making him.
So anyway. You are now experiencing one of the most exciting moments in magazine reading. The start of an all-new Fantastic Four adventure. This is New York City.
New York
New
City.
York City!
New York City?
Good to be back. Home of the famous Baxter Building, which houses the Fantastic Four's skyscraper headquarters. Suddenly, a lean, powerful hand fires a bright flare into the evening sky.
Mhm.
And our adventure into fantasy begins.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's a 4.
Some guy's playing golf.
Yeah. Hell of a drive.
Not far away, in a quiet lane in Central Park where I didn't know you could drive cars, we find a teenager and his date.
Johnny, I've been doing this for 40 minutes. Isn't it supposed to get hard?
Oh, God. Oh, good Lord.
What do you want? I had one line.
Give it over. Do it again.
The human torch getting some human touch.
Take 2.
That was good.
That was good. That was
Of
good.
course I'm angry, Johnny. I've been doing this for 40 minutes.
And your hand's tired.
Get hard. I did it with Chesterfields that time.
Oh, Peggy, you know I couldn't help it, but I'm here now, and there's a moon above, and you sure look gorgeous.
That's a sunny sky to me.
I know. It's because I light everything up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Johnny, how I've been disappointed by this wonderful moment.
Great balls of fire! At a time like this?
Wow.
What are you going to go marry
Even-
your 13-year-old cousin?
Even teenagers wear fedoras.
Getting
What's
cock
the age
blocked
for
by a
that, you know?
flare.
Sorry, Peg. I'll have to leave you for a while. Hope you can drive. Flame on!
If the car
Hope you can. Hope you can. Even a 13-year-old with a sports car.
Flame on!
What Johnny doesn't know that Reed just wanted him to clean his room.
We just did that.
And in a Chi-Chi beauty parlor on 5th Avenue.
I just know I've seen that girl somewhere.
Oh, Miss Thorm. Now for the supreme moment. I personally shall create your new hairdo.
Zach's so out of this, he could have done a mole man thing, but oh well.
Yeah.
Nope.
I have cancelled all other appointments so that I could devote myself entirely to you today.
I just-
Read signal. It means come a running, no matter what.
Wait! You cannot do this to me! I shall destroy myself!
Yeehaw! You and me both, Pierre. I've waited months for our appointment. Better turn invisible. I can't run through the streets with curlers in my hair.
How dare you?
But Miss Storm's the perm!
And one of the gentle, good-natured, peace-loving member of the Fantastic Four. Well, here he is, true believer, as lovable and shy as ever.
Send me a picture like this, will they? When I get through with that crummy Yancey Street gang, it'll take a blotter to mop them up. I ain't no sissy. I'm not the human torch.
Daily Biggle. The
That
thing
is
is a
Hey, 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 hey.
That's That's an awesome panel. They can never do it today, but it's an awesome panel.
I think the Daily Bugle should run that story.
Don't they dare.
Give Spider-Man a break.
I'll murderize him.
Yo, look, there's the thing.
So the ugly lump got a love letter.
Pretty boy. Here we are.
We're waiting for you, fathead.
It's them on the roof, and it's going to be on fire in a minute. Don't go away, you little creeps. I'll toss you a little bouquet.
Bouquet.
Christ. Just when the party was getting started, somebody has to be a killjoy.
Just when the
Stupid
murder was
with a flare gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean just when the murder party was getting started?
Yeah, that too.
That flare just saved you from a lot of legal bills.
Yeah, we knew it. He's scared of us.
Where are you going, thing? Home to get help?
Oh, did the little nice thing forget to bring his nestmates? Ha ha!
So help me. One of these days, to the moon.
Here, have some cabbage.
That's a head of lettuce.
I need my roughage.
My
Med-
cabbages.
My cabbages! Minutes later, at the Fantastic Four's Ready Room.
All right. Come in, Ben. We've been waiting for you. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Reed didn't want to explain until we were all together.
Well now, ain't that real neighborly of him, like Mr. Rogers and all that?
Okay, what's this all about, Reed?
What's his
April
about,
Fools.
Alfie?
Ha ha.
I left a 13-year-old in my car.
Looks to me like
John-
rubber face, just like the shooter's little flare gun. And Sue knows about little flare guns. Why don't you take up a new hobby, like playing in traffic?
Yeah, like, why the red alert? Doesn't exactly look like an emergency to me, unless you're looking at Ben's face.
Shut up, you little flamer.
Suppose you both shut up for a while and only give me a chance to explain it. And also, John, we need to have a conversation a little bit later.
Uh-huh.
You and a 13-year-old girl in a car.
I'm 16 at this point.
Yeah, that's Jerry Lee Lewis
Yeah,
territory.
we told you one more time. We only say hello to little Rhaegar, not little 13-year-old girls.
Oh, hi, little Rhaegar.
How's it going, little 13-year-old girl?
Hey, little girl, we all right? Wait, wrong movie. Well, I didn't want to interrupt what I was doing any more than you did. I was building an atom bomb. The end of it all. I'm right in the middle of a crucial experiment with beer DNA. Basic beer cells, which are the building blocks of a drunk life itself.
More like Dino DNA.
Yeah, I got your beer, Reed.
Dinosaur.
I've already managed to create a primitive life form.
My God, Reed's been playing God ever since the first run.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I made an Eric Breen.
Look, it's drunk.
Do you think I feel like stopping now? I was gonna open up this nice theme park and everything.
I guess I'll just drink it.
Michael Crichton's going to make a movie about it and everything. I'll let you narrate him.
But I received an urgent call from my lawyers not to create a park with dinosaurs. But the chief of police actually is the one that called me too. Well, his department reports that top monsters and gang leaders from all over the country are flocking to New York City.
New
York City! There's something big in the wind, and it ain't Lizzo. And it wants us alerted.
And it ain't
Who
Johnny
who
either.
had Taco Bell?
It's just Nathan Detroit's crap game.
And
I-
even
I just want to point out Taco Bell does not exist for another 30 or 20 years.
Hey, it still lingers.
It's dark times for America, the time before Taco Bell.
Yes.
But even as Mr. Fantastic speaks,
It's exactly 12:42 p.m. They should be entering in 1.5 seconds.
Dear God, it is Professor Pixel.
oh my lord, he has 4 digits on that finger. That is a pixel.
It's
Yes,
definitely-
yeah. My point is, it's Ronald Reagan mashup with Professor Pixel.
Oh my
If you-
god.
If you, our viewers, have ever wondered what Professor Pixel would look like if he had been born of Ronald Reagan's ancestry, there you go.
Well, yes.
Meanwhile, 1.5 seconds later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Thinker. We're here.
Start the ball rolling. It ain't healthy for us to be together under one roof.
And no funny stuff, see? We got boys posted all around this joint, see?
Yeah.
Quiet, yous guys. The Thinker. He's thinking.
Duh. These are my thoughts. I have summoned you to help me form a gigantic kingdom of crime with me as the king. For with my fabulous brain and my big computing machines, I can outplan the law at every turn. Till this moment, the police have not even dreamt of my existence. But I shall remain hidden no longer. With you, the most powerful gang leaders of all, I shall devise a foolproof plan to capture and take control of New York City.
New York City!
And if you had this time at this moment, you won. That's the 3rd New York City tonight.
Yes, it is.
On the 4th page.
Yep.
I will proclaim New York an independent nation with me as its ruler, and you shall be my crime enforcement officers. My plan cannot fail, for I have worked it out to the last detail on my computing machines. I shall even appoint ambassadors to other American cities. I will sign treaties with the rest of America and negotiate trade and foreign aid pacts.
These are the Thinker's terms. You better accept them if you don't want a war on your hands, Mr. Churchill.
It sounds interesting, Thinker. But you forgot one little detail. You don't suppose the Fantastic Four will be twiddling their thumbs while all this is going on?
I'll be banging Namor.
Who said that? Get the guy out of here.
The Thinker forgets nothing, nicely.
Then suppose you won't forget to pay us. Yeah, well, if anyone can put you out from under the crown you're counting on, Mr. Fantastic's the guy to do it. Nobody's ever beaten him yet.
Yeah, and then there's the Human Torch. What a useful guy. No matter how smart you are, he'll find some way to give you the hottest throne in history. I wouldn't want to mess around with him.
What are you talking about? Heated toilet seats? Guys would kill for that.
I can't believe Seppi said he's not useless. This guy's a traitor.
You in what army?
And even if you do put them out of action, don't forget the invisible Goyle. Look at her skills with bondage. What's to stop her from sneaking up on you any time, unseen, and saying, "Do you know where Namor is?"
Such a shame. She is a beautiful Goyle. And the way I see it, you'll be lucky if you're caught by one of them. Because I figure it would be a lot better than letting the thing get his ugly mitts on you. I don't want to say paws, because I love canine friends, and he's uglier than sin.
What?
And the pause that refreshes.
Silence, you intellectual pygmies! Don't you think I've already planned how to get the Fantastic Four out of the way? I never overlook any detail. Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
the way your pants set, Sonny.
No, Fire Lord Ozai, you're not wearing any pants.
Oh, crap.
It's
Have
2
you
Avatar
seen my-
jokes in 10 minutes.
Honey, have you seen my pants?
Look at these banks of computers. The greatest array of thinking machines ever assembled under one roof. And all for one purpose. To make me a good cup of coffee. I'm the king of crime. My machines and I have already devised a foolproof plan. Not only to rid us of the Fantastic Four, but also to take over their headquarters with all its priceless secrets. My master plan has been worked out to the last minute detail. Nothing has been left to chance. With the aid of my calculators, my Texas Instrument, I know everything that has ever happened. And more important of all, I can predict everything that ever will happen, down to the last split second.
That's great, boss, but you can't predict diarrhea. It just happens.
Texas Instrument calculators, now out of stock at your favorite Radio Shack.
But probably still somewhere in a lost and found at your local college.
Don't you remember that $1 million bank haul I pulled last year? It succeeded because I knew a hot dog vendor would pass by at just the right split second, stopping the Irish cops.
Begorra! Don't be shooting, boys. We're liable to hit that guy with a push cart.
Ah, Begorra, don't hit me. I'm just a poor Irish boy serving hot dogs.
God.
And remember the time I escaped a pursuing patrol car because a water main burst just as I had driven by? Well, I knew it was about to burst at that moment. It was part of my plan.
Guy really
Yes.
had to go.
Somebody clogged the toilet.
It was Namor.
That was a scene from the Fast and Furious.
Just as it was part of my plan to know that an organ grinder's monkey would accidentally start a fire in a deserted shack in a fit of rage over the Shakespeare play he had just typed, thereby burning some valuable papers which contained enough evidence to send me to jail for years. That's why I am the Thinker.
And as always, remember, only you can start forest fires. Good little
Well,
monkey.
You and
Unless you're
monkeys.
Monkey, yes.
Fly, my monkeys, fly!
So yeah, well, you may be snowing these other jokers, but I ain't buying. I'm cutting out.
Naturally. I knew you would.
Ah, you're such a know-it-all. Nuts! It's just a lot of talk. Anytime something happens, you say exactly you expected it. Ah, you're just a phony, Mac.
Am I? In exactly 18 seconds, you will realize how wrong you were. Now get out!
Can I wait 19 seconds?
And exactly 18 seconds later. Well, Begorra, if it isn't Blackie Scar, how? Oh God, I would get this. How nice of you to walk right into us this way.
God, does it hurt you to even say the word?
Great. It's Zach. I knew it. It's because my name, isn't it, you racist prick?
The Thinker knew this would happen. Those machines of his really work. What a chump I was. Ha cha cha.
I trust you, gentlemen, observed what has just transpired below.
And right to the second, just like you said. Looks like you really are all you claim to be, Thinker.
Yeah, who knew that lady would have streaked across the road like that? Oh, you mean, that thing. Okay, Thinker. Well, with ya all the way, Jose. But how are you gonna handle the Fantastic Four? They don't even have handles.
I've been working on that project for months.
Wow, you're a slow guy.
Each member of the Fantastic Four is a separate and distinct problem, and I've fed my computers all of the available data about them. After careful analysis, or analysis, my machines and I have come up with these solutions.
Anal sis? What?
I've been looking for one of those for years.
If only had Sean Connery, Thinker. Oh.
Problem 1. The human touch, Human Torch. I've arranged for 2 men to arrive in New York at this very moment. According to my calculations, they will do our job for us.
Green, this is you.
Mighty big town, ain't it, Shorty?
You said it, Bones.
Oh, look at the small child.
There he blows now. Right on time. How do, Cousin Johnny?
Cousin Bones! Welcome to New York!
Man, he sure is a corker, isn't he? Look at him flim around up there. I'm a little worried. Hope Reed's not here. Did my name be Little Rhaegar?
Flame off! I got your telegram, cousin. What's the trouble? And why are you holding on to that small child?
It's my circus, Cousin Johnny. All of a sudden, I got a hankering for little men. I need me a real star attraction to get the crowds back again, or else I'll lose everything. Say, I was wondering about you, Johnny. That little filly in the car said she was working on you for 40 minutes.
Oh, gosh. A chance to be a circus star? Wow. I'm sure there's no downside to this. Ah, if only I could.
That's what that little fella said to me.
Dear God.
This is you, Mr. Thinker.
I don't think so. There's no quotes.
Oh. Well, problem 2. Mr. Fantastic. at the executive offices of General Electronics Limited.
Gentlemen, we need a scientific genius to head our electronic research division. Whom do you suggest? President Roosevelt. Any ideas?
Well, it beats me, Roger. Top research specialists just don't grow on trees. If only I was back at Disney World, where I belong.
What about you, Mr. Kent?
I can't think of a man in the field who's big enough for the job, so I'll have to get Lizzo.
Dang, I forgot. He just got back from that Savage Land assignment. At that moment, as though prearranged by fate, a janitor carelessly lays a copy of a magazine he had been reading on a massive oak desk. Well, keep working on it, gentlemen. We must find the right man for the job, and soon.
I'll just leave this copy of Alan Scott Green Lantern #1 here for a few minutes while I mop up the hall.
He made a mess on the floor.
Oh. Then, just as the thinker knew it would, the brightly colored cover catches the industrialist's eye and...
Cartwright! Van Dorn! Come here! I've found the man we're looking for.
In the name, it's a Ford comic magazine. What do you mean, Roger?
Of course. Ooh, we should have thought of it before. Reed Richards, the most gifted inventive genius of our time. We'll send for him immediately.
Problem number 3. The Thing. In a local gym, a shifty-eyed wrestling manager makes Ben Grimm a tempting offer.
I tell you, Thing, if you sign up with me, we can make a fortune. You'll be the biggest wrestling attraction since Strangler Lewis. Yeah, I know. It sounds good, but I got other things to do.
Is this
Wait.
unlimited class wrestling?
Yeah, look at the
Yeah.
guy with the mustache.
Oh, my.
The Vondavillains.
That's so. Could be you're afraid to meet Fatal Finnegan, the idol of the Yancey Street Gang. Me afraid? I don't like that kind of talk, Squirt. Now, just you wait there till I get back. I gotta talk this over with my partners. Sure thing. I'll hang around.
You were doing Funky Flashman, right?
Yeah.
Problem number 4. The Invisible Goyle. At the entrance to a local orphanage where Sue Storm has just entertained the children, where a little redhead girl stole the show with a musical number about how it's a hard knock life.
Yeah, blast it, Higgins. I'm a half hour late for rehearsal. How did we wind up in this out of the way Sesame Street neighborhood?
I don't really know, sir. It's as though someone deliberately put up detour signs all over the city.
It's okay. Get that woman in here.
I
need
think
some-
she's married, sir. And there are
Yeah.
children watching.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet? Oh, okay.
Wait, are those all her kids? Oh,
Wow.
keep driving.
She might live in a shoe, sir.
The smallest one was Madeline.
Shall I call the theater and tell them to hold up the auditions until...
Hang the auditions. I found the girl I'm looking for to star in my new film with just me. And I must hire her any cost.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. Later that day, at their headquarters, 3 restless, thoughtful people wait for the 4th to arrive, as they seem to do in almost every issue.
Yeah. I don't want to bust up the team, but it sure would be a kick to pulverize Fatal Finnegan in a wrestling match.
A chance to star in a Broadway show. How can I turn it down?
I'll bet most any kid in the world would jump at a chance to join a circus.
Yep.
And Cousin Bones, well, he really needs me to help him get back on his feet. He says it's almost as though someone had been planning for his show to fail, because he's had dozens of serious accidents lately. I hear that his acrobats even got murdered by a gang boss and left this little kid without his parents.
And putting a guy that catches on fire around tons of hay. Good strategy.
Yep.
Anyhow, things are slow around here lately, and I gotta put some distance between me and Peggy after that embarrassing incident.
Yep.
It sure would be cool. It should be a gas to meet all those cool circus chicks.
Uh-huh.
Because circuses are known for their cool
Right.
chicks.
Yes.
Because they'll go and be like, "Hey," and we're like, "Hey, what's up?" No, hay's on fire.
He's a dumb 16-year-old. He doesn't know any better, guys.
Wait,
I'll bet I could be a one-man show with all these tricks I've thought up. Da 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 Johnny, da 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 Johnny.
Hey, Brett, stop smoking up the joint, will you?
Hey, that's what you do with those cigars you get from Fury.
Yeah, but they smell nice.
Go fry your hat, Big Mouth.
Look out.
Page 9.
That doesn't. I'm gonna douse that flame of yours and then.
Thing. Torch. Knock it off.
Heck, Reed. This is the most fun anyone's had around here for days.
What are you talking about? I'm making dinosaurs in the lab.
We can't. Okay. Okay, Michael Crichton.
Let's face it, Al. Johnny's right. We ain't cut out for twin lock thumbs. We're all getting restless.
What do you think, Sue?
Yes, perhaps we all need a vacation. I suggest Atlantis.
You know, I was just about to suggest you go eat hot death, Sue.
That's not the line.
Yes, the same thing. Yes, let's go murder Namor. Yeah, it'd be the greatest vacation ever. I'm also maybe oh my gosh, I just realized the whole latest. I was about to suggest the same thing. Maybe a temporary separation would do us awesome. I got find myself a woman that appreciates me and doesn't love fish.
Appreciates?
Reappreciates. Yeah, that's what he said. We have trivial and appreciates. Those are the 2 new words of the day.
That's a lot of proboscis words used tonight.
Yes.
Very proboscis.
I just want to say one thing.
Frog language.
Welcome back, Zach. I'll do more just to piss you off.
Well, that's just the coolest. But what about those mobsters hitting New York and the trouble we're supposed to be watching for? It's a shame we don't have, like, a watcher to do the watching.
But we introduced him 2 issues ago.
And introducing Green's favorite panel, the floating heads. We can always return to home base in a hurry. I can be.
Sorry.
All right, I don't know.
Good to have you back, Zach.
Good to be back.
I can always be reached at General Electronics in New England.
Oh, he's gonna be a Pats fan.
Tom
Me?
Brady all the way, bitch.
One season later, he gets traded. He goes to Tampa. Me, I'll be traveling through the South with the Bones and Bailey Circus.
You'll read about me in the funny papers, like that Daily Bugle, that funny paper. I'm gonna be the next sensation of the grunt and groan circuit in the Midwest.
Oh no.
And I'll be in Hollywood rehearsing for my very first casting couch.
Oh my.
Oh.
Didn't she say Broadway before? I'm confused.
Yeah, especially Broadway.
I'm a blonde with no backside. What do you want?
While you're there, Sue, can you say hello to our other favorite person, Karen Page?
Oh.
And so, unsuspected by the Fantastic Four, all the tiny details of the Thinker's master plan fall neatly into place. He has won the first round of a fight, which the colorful quartet doesn't even know is fighting.
Wow.
And just like Zach doesn't know he's fighting this panel right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fighting anything.
It's already won.
Okay.
You know something? This is the first time we ever busted up. It's a spooky feeling.
I think it's fantastic. I was just thinking of a theme song for the movie they're going to make about me and my dinosaurs.
You had 3 words, Reed.
You need
We'll get together again after a while.
At last, I can dress like a tramp.
No patriarchy's gonna hold her back anymore.
I got nothing on under this here coat.
Look out, fish people.
Hey, what do you mean by fish people? Racist.
Don't even. Oh, God.
I never thought I'd say this, small fry, but I'm gonna miss you.
Sure, you big lug. Nobody else would put up with you. Take care of yourself, big fella.
Yeah.
It was
Where's-
at this.
Where's my neck?
It was at this moment that the Thing realized that Johnny misses George Bell's inking because, oh dear God, he looks like he's about 40 years old.
Well, he does. With all that fedora and everything.
He's Barney Ribble.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Hey, for 2 cents, I try to get him to call the whole thing off. Nuts and bolts, chock full of nuts even. What's the matter with me? It ain't the end of the world. Everybody needs a vacation sometime. Everybody needs somebody sometime.
Everybody
needs somebody sometime.
Page 10, Trusty.
And now the lovely gold diggers.
And now, back to the man whose meticulous planning has brought about the events you have just witnessed. Back to the Thinker.
It is now exactly 3 minutes after 4. They should just be leaving their headquarters at this moment.
Okay, Thinker. Let's say they are. Boy, do we got time to watch the Morton Downey show? So, how did that sound from pulling one completely out of left field? And what good does that do us?
Yeah, what's our next move? Are we gonna get some sandwiches? I'm hungry. How do we take over the city too?
The very forces of nature herself will help us. My machines have calculated the course of an approaching meteor, which will strike New York Harbor in exactly 15 seconds.
New York Harbor!
I was about to commend y'all's restraint, and you just blew it.
That's what she said.
Well, things haven't changed.
No. That's what she did, Frog.
Oh my.
That's like
I knew of this impending event weeks ago and included it in my plans. It will be our signal to strike.
Who ordered the big meatball?
That's
That's
a
a
spicy meatball.
That's funny. At the precise split second predicted by the thinker, a hurtling meteor does indeed plummet into the waters outside of New York's Lower Bay.
New York Lower Bay.
Nope.
Even
Yep.
I was going to give you that one off, Zach, but since you wanted it so bad, New York Lower Bay, baby.
Damn you all! Although no one is injured, the shock of the impact causes a temporary panic among the populace. What happened? What was that?
Maybe
What?
we're being attacked. It must be war. I cannot see anything.
Wait a second. Let the lovely Maranya have this line.
I concur.
Maybe
Maybe we're being attacked. It must be war. Better now?
technically it's Alicia being a blonde.
Yeah.
Those eyes.
Oh my God, yes. Must be war.
Minutes later, as the shock wears off, the truth is learned and the panic ends. But a new danger appears. The violent earth tremor has knocked out all electric power in the sprawling city and caused numerous small fires and explosions. Wow! Did one little meteor do all that?
Oh, look, all the streetlights have gone out in the city. The dawn shines on the bay. And there are flames in Central Park.
It will take hours to get socialism back to normal in Midtown New York.
You know, Venkman, I was just going to say, I applied at the police department, but they only take Irishmen. So I became a firefighter instead.
Yes, because all communists wear red, including the woman over there.
Bingo. She is one of us.
Ah,
And, taking advantage of the confusion, the thinker and his men invade the now deserted stronghold of the Fantastic Four.
The Fantastic Four?
No.
Say, you were right, Thinker. With the electricity knocked out, none of Mr. Fantastic protective devices working. Hey, is that a dinosaur? Oh, crap.
You're not in the Batcave, boy. It's the wrong book.
Now, Trusty, you might have to change the inflection on this panel because he looks like a pug.
Yeah.
It's a molecule man, actually.
I'm
Or the
sorry.
mole man. Sorry.
This is the only time. No, I can't do it. This is the only time his headquarters could be broken into. The fool doesn't even have a battery backup. Smartest man alive, indeed. And due to my foolproof planning, we were able to cash in on it.
And that's when the dinosaurs attacked the men.
yep.
And then women inherited the world.
Ah, what a vast treasure trove of science this is. And all its secrets shall now be mine.
Holy shit, he's in my brewery.
Like that vacuum.
Oh my God, it's Mr. Hyde.
Oh, wow.
This is even better than I expected. Here are Mr. Fantastic's notes concerning his work with DNA, the building blocks of tiny dinosaurs itself. Using this information, I should be able to create a new form of life, one which will serve only The thinker.
A sentient
Little
spear.
tiny velociraptors running around like this.
Ones that can open doors.
Hold me closer, Tony Dan.
And play the piano.
Hold me closer. But let us take our leave of the thinker for a while and view a scene which takes place days later in the northern part of Florida in wild Englantine territory.
Mm-hmm.
Or close enough.
Hey, it's Angleton.
Oh my God, it is.
Well, the elephant was a boy before, but now he's no longer.
Mhm. All right.
Also, wow, he's just going over. He avoids the donkey, but goes after the lion and the elephant.
And the envelope.
It's amazing! Ever since the torch has been the star of our circus, we've played to capacity crowds at every show!
Holy crap, the circus man has been in there the whole entire time.
I'm the ringleader.
Yay!
Look at that.
I
And
cannot see.
who let that blind woman in here? And now for his final act, the fantastic human torch will perform every known circus stunt at the same time!
Ah, the torch can do anything, right, Bobby?
I was gonna say the torch can't do anything. No more. No more.
I guess you're the useless one now, Dick, eh, chum?
I'll show that girl 40 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But when the final performance of the day has ended, in the solitude of his room, Johnny Storm begins to brood. I never realized how empty the sound of applause can be. Same old act, day after day. I can't take much more of this 9 to 5. How am I supposed to have a life? I wonder how the others are doing right now.
Breen has
Let me.
Are you
Let
doing
me-
that? Are you doing that girl on that Twitter video today?
Yeah. Let me turn on some My Chemical Romance and just vape while I think about emo thoughts.
Uh-huh. Only
Yes.
page 12.
Yeah, I also want to point out that Reed Richards has the same posters on his wall, but that there are different cases of beer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no. They're not showing the police numbers. And as for the others, our scene now shifts to a movie location on the West Coast, but without the Avengers.
Okay, Miss Storm, this is the final take. Remember, you're the first female in comics. Lost on an unknown planet. Roll them.
Kit Carter?
I know. I was about to say, Aaron Lopresti, did you have a hand in this?
More schmaltz, baby. Give it more emotion. Don't be a useless human torch. Come on, look scared. Pretend you saw a black screen.
That Zach fella stepped on my line. I was gonna say, if Ann Lepresti had been drawing me, I bet I'd have a backside. And I always thought acting would be fun. What a fool I was.
Look out! That prop monster's foot is shaking too much. Wheels coming loose. We'll have to shoot it over again. Cut!
Meanwhile, at a New England electronics laboratory. Well, see what's going on here, Richards.
Who will forgive me if my methods are a little unorthodoxy. I like to examine my apparatus from the inside as well as the outside, just like your wife.
Oh, my.
We'll need this much more clearance for Lizzo and all future devices. according to my estimates. But then again, what do I know?
What's your clearance, Clarence?
I'm not.
Or your vector, Victor.
Or your frequency, Kenneth.
Doctor.
Oh. Do you have to emphasize your point so dramatically, Richards? This is a laboratory, not a carnival like your soon-to-be brother-in-law is in. Stay at it. I'll check your progress tomorrow. Again, good day.
Why did I hear that character as Richard Deacon?
Oh, he did look like Rich. Oh, man, wasted opportunity. I should have gone that way. He did look like him. Man.
And I thought this is what I wanted. I realize now that sober life isn't just for me. I'm not cut out for it. I just can't work for anybody else. I've got to do it my way without interference from the peanut gallery. I'll read the words I want to read, the way I want to read them.
Well, we don't show up until Saturday morning at 10.
That's true.
Well, I'm going to be here on Saturday at 11. Ha!
And at a Midwestern sports arena, the Thing also realizes that being on his own isn't quite the ball he thought it would be.
Big brain. How long do I have to waltz this baboon around the ring?
Rock, until I tell you to stop. We gotta give the fans a show for their money.
Yeah.
Wow, the referee's really blending into the background.
My God, he is.
Where's his rest of his head?
Look like you're fighting Hercules with a waxed mustache.
Yeah, kind of.
What are you talking about? That's Aquaman.
Nice man's.
No,
Nice man's.
Jason Momoa.
Oh, cheer.
Ew, ugly. Look at Blonde Tootsie in the front row. After I'm through with you, Craven is gonna go on a date with that voom.
Ah, you crummy creep. That's Alicia. That's my girl you're talking about.
I am leaving with the winner.
No, you're not.
What is Alicia doing in the Midwest?
Why don't you look like a 13-year-old girl?
I do not know where I am.
She just started walking one day and nobody stopped her.
The way she's drawn, I thought there was a 13-year-old boy.
Hey, I'll show you who's gonna date Alicia.
Hey, stop. Cut it out. Ah, this is not in the script. Help.
If you still want to meet Alicia after you come back from my boomerang throw, then we'll talk it over.
Zoom!
Here he comes. Now to give him a nice warm receptionary.
You cannot do this to me. I demand a rematch. I crap myself.
Come on, kid. We're going home. If that's what wrestling is, you can have it. Me, I'll stick to tiddlywinks.
And now we'll sue you.
Is that his nickname for Alicia? Tiddlywinks? I don't think I needed to know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tiddywinks.
Well, we know her eyes. I mean, why would she wink her eyes? She can't see. And so, the colorful quartet, as though by prearranged signal, all return to their home base, the bustling metropolis of New York, at the same time.
So long, Alicia.
Now, Trusty,
See you later.
you hold up the hour 2 sign. Hour 3 comes on page 19.
Good Lord.
Wow, this is an hour. My God.
Green, there was a joke at Alicia's expense.
So long, Alicia. See you later, alligator.
Was that some kind of blind crack?
Yeah.
Boy, am I glad to see you again. Even you, Ben.
And as they reach the mighty Baxter building,
I gotta admit, it feels wonderful to be drunk with power in making more dinosaurs. If you ever hear me knock these uniforms again, just hand me a beer. But it better not be Bud Light, or I'll kill you, Johnny.
Hey, what's happened to our headquarters? Look, Alicia, the whole building has turned into a gigantic crystal. Wow, I bet it's a bong now. But how? What does it mean?
It means this is the first time that Johnny got hooked on crystal meth.
He's
This-
not death, Johnny.
This is the first crystal that I got hooked on. The Inhuman comes later.
Alvin Maker's here.
It's incredible. Do you imagine the street value of this? Oof. The very elements of the building themselves have been transmuted. This is a new unknown substance. The people inside, dear God.
I can't even poke a hole through it. A thing like that can give a god complex.
I'm bent over and I still ain't got no backside. This is bullshit.
I know a
we're
thing
locked
or
out of our headquarters too.
Don't worry, Ben. I know a thing or two about complexes.
I bet you do.
But it's heat resistant too.
I'll probe Little Rhaegar for cracks. I mean, the building. Perhaps there's a weak spot somewhere, Little Rhaegar.
Oh my.
Pixel fingers.
Phooey. But Louis. And Hong Kong Phooey even too. That's too slow. Maybe I could just dig our way in. I'll be through this concrete sidewalk in no time.
Wow. There's even more to this than meets the eyes.
Is it Transformers?
Look at all those passers-by. No one seems to notice what's happening to the building. Oh my dear God, they're all Alicia's.
suddenly the face of the Thinker appears. He's played by Marlon Brando. Projected right through the strange shimmering crystal wall as Jor-El.
Naturally, no one notices. I have an electronic hypno-ray field around this entire building. I've been expecting you, for I am the Thinker from Krypton.
Yes.
Is that anything like an electronic Aldo ray?
Uh-huh.
The Thinker? Who the hell is that?
I've modified my hypno-ray so that only you four are aware of my presence. For you are to be my greatest conquest. Once I have defeated the Fantastic Four, no power on earth can stand in my way.
Dear God, this reading's lasted so long, the Thinker is almost sober.
Yep.
Nothing's gonna break my stride.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's
Or hold you
gonna
down.
slow me down.
Oh no.
These
I've got to
eyes.
keep moving.
Behind
Please.
the eyes.
Please keep
Speaking
moving.
of moving, the panels.
Move it.
Good grief. Another power mad genius for us to contend with.
True. But wait, that was an insult. But I have one advantage. I'm completely wasted off my ass. I have the use of Mr. Fantastic scientific research and lots of little tiny dinosaurs, which will now be turned against you.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have his bedroom acumen, or we'd have already defeated you.
Oh. Ah, look, he faded away, and he left an opening in the crystal for us to enter through.
You know, I just thought of something.
What?
Once we get to the roof, we should just throw Sue off it.
Ooh.
And I mean it.
Yeah,
He
but we
wants-
gonna make our sandwiches.
He means it. He wants us to get inside him. And fight him. He actually thinks he can beat us off.
Oh my.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I know, right?
This panel to change.
Yes, please.
So that explains why the issue with seeing the car went the way it did.
I'll just pull a firepower and toss a speedy blue flame fireball in there to make sure there aren't any little traps waiting for us.
Oh my.
I should get Chris Samney to draw this shot.
Good thing. And also, great going. Johnny, I'm proud of you. He had an explosive device rigged up.
Well, it's not going to bother us anymore. So let's go give that thinker something to really think about.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Not so
give him-
useless now, am I?
Let's
I
give
knew
him
you
something.
were going to say that.
Let's give him something to talk about.
Ah, Torchy old pal, you're beginning to sound like me, and that's pretty good.
Are you kidding? If I believed you, I'd never open my mouth again.
Uh-huh.
And then everybody would probably be really happy.
So believe me.
Johnny, you're probably used to washing yourself. I don't have to remind you of what little surprises the thinker has in store for us. You're used to that.
He probably only has one little surprise, Reed.
Uh-huh.
There they come! Get them!
Vibrator guns?
Oh
My
my.
own invention. I think there must
So
have
that's where it went.
I think there must have found them in our arsenal.
Oh my.
Good Lord.
Take cover. Try to get out of range. The sound vibrations will sap. Like, wait, isn't that the thing in the VCR?
No.
All the strength from you until they run out of power.
Oh, Reed, we can't let him beat us off with your own weapons.
Oh my.
And I'm spent, baby.
For
He
once,
lasted longer than Reed.
I hope you're getting bad vibrations.
Next panel.
Ah, have no fear, baby. The King is here. This'll stop those rays.
Ah, he's pulling these walls together as if they were lace cottons.
Yeah, I don't want no part of him. Let me out of here.
Ah, they can't get through steel, and that's just what these special walls are made of.
It is now 3:43 p.m. You have passed your first test, as I expected you would. But you still have to get to the 35th floor.
Oh shit, just sit tight, brother. We'll get there. You can bet Zach's sweet ass on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, he's
I thought you were gonna get Bosch there.
I could have.
Reed had a badonkadonk in that shot.
Everybody but me.
he didn't think he could stop us just by shutting off the elevators, did he?
Take it easy, Ben. That's my badunkadunker hanging on to.
Ah, complaints. All I ever get is complaints.
Doesn't this guy know all I do is get high?
Reed, the thinker has hurled some gas cylinders at us.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of getting high, Johnny, it's not ordinary gas, Sue. I can tell by the odor. It's a form of my own.
Oh no.
'Cause I used to bottle my own farts.
Well, don't keep us in the dark, partner. What does it do?
Created to use against enemies to defeat them without harming them. It affects your sense of taste. Makes you want to read Ryan North Fantastic Four books.
Oh
You
boy.
son of a bitch.
And it also makes you blind. It makes everything.
I enjoy Ryan North books that way.
It makes everything you look at seem like a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeesh, I see what you mean.
So
don't,
it really
brother.
does. It really does get you high.
And
Also-
Sue still doesn't have a badonkadunk.
She kind of does.
Hey, Venkman, look at Randy Orton in the bottom of the panel.
I know. I'm more disturbed by the little thing.
That's really weird looking.
He looks like the little Tasmanian devil in Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Quickly, while you still can. Wind Reed's body up. I'll get ready. Then you twist him around. Oh, never mind. Hurry.
Great idea, Susie Q, Susie Gal. I've been wanting to do this to Pretty Boy for a long time. Uh-oh.
I've gone blonde.
He looks like he's blending in with Ben's coloring.
Faster, Ben. Oh, yeah, that's it. Tighter. That's it. I know what Sue's planning. It's the only way to save us, Ben.
I don't like this.
Now, let go.
Oh, good lord.
It worked. I can't wait to scoop my eyeballs out with a spoon, but it worked. The force of your spitting body dispelled all the gas. We reached the 35th floor.
There's the tinker. Watching us through our own view screen. What's he cooking up now? Sandwiches, I hope.
You don't cook sandwiches, Ben. You
Yeah,
make
you
them.
do. Yeah, you do. You have hot turkey sandwiches. They're cooked.
I'm making paninis.
Ooh,
Ooh, baby.
that's the exception.
Looking down the long corridor, the Fantastic Four realize they will not have long to wait for their answer.
For the love of Pete Rose and Pete Parker. What do you call that?
And Pete Maravich.
A current
good
Marvel
measure.
reader.
Yeah.
Keep back, Ben. It seems to be alive, and yet it certainly isn't human.
Uh-huh. Hey, look at the size of it. And what kind of face has it got?
A better one than yours.
Hey,
It isn't a face. It's merely a central gathering place of motor nerves and impulses.
oh my.
I am the droid Powers Robert.
It's a form of artificial life, created by the thinker from my own notes. It's less than human, yet in some ways more human than Johnny. It's a living android. It's a current Marvel DC reader. It
Isn't
buys
that-
every single book.
That doesn't look like the Vision.
Wait, Johnny. Don't attack it yet. Just because it's not the same color as you.
Oh.
Not till we know more about it.
What do I have to worry about from a big hunk like that?
Hey.
You can't talk.
What, me worry?
Suddenly, as the blazing torch flames towards it, the android spews forth a hurricane intensity blast of wind.
Green, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Rocky like a hurricane.
Yow! It's like flying into the mouth of a tornado. It's blowing out my flame. Is my hair out?
Oh no. Step aside. playmates. As usual, I can see it's up to little old me to take care of this oversized ragdoll. Hey, now what's happening?
I was afraid of that, Ben. The android has the power to become useless just like you.
Hey,
At least it's not me.
In fact, it's turning into you, but still better looking.
hey,
Oh,
And it's still a bigger, stronger version and more handsome version of the thing. Duck.
whack.
Goose.
ah,
Ben, get away from it.
What do you think I'm trying to do, mister?
Thanks, Sue, for helping me pull him out of the way. You actually did something useful for me. Wow. Luckily, the android is slow and not an iPhone.
Yeah.
We've got a few seconds to think of some way to defeat it.
yeah, I like
Oh, you
androids.
Now, all of you stay back now. The thinker created him from my notes. In a way, I'm his daddy.
Uh-huh.
And I'll find a way to beat the shit out of him.
Uh-huh.
Reed, I can't let you face that creature alone. If anything should happen to you, well, I'll be in Atlantis.
If I can't stop you soon, then at least turn invisible. That way you won't be arrested when I murder this kid, because I don't want to pay child support.
Uh-huh.
I'll try to keep him immobile as long as I can. If I remember my notes correctly, his motor nerve terminal is on his right side, under his armpit. You gotta press it, Sue. You mustn't miss. Can't hold him much longer. You did it, Sue. Your sensitive touch, something I've never felt before, has knocked out the android.
Lucky for us that Sue was here. My fingers are too blunt. You couldn't free yours long enough, and the android would have seen the torch and kicked him away.
It is 1 minute to 4. I calculated that you would be here at this second if you defeated the android. So far, my deductions have been perfect.
That character seems to think this is one big game he's playing.
With those pixel fingers, let him.
Yeah.
We've got your men trapped behind a wall of steels downstairs, and now we're going to put the kibosh on you too.
Did you expect me to be unprepared for your flame? The chemical in this gun, which I took from Mr. Fantastic's medicine cabinet, will douse your flame forever. Aha.
I like fireballs.
You call yourself the thinker, huh? You're not so much. All your weapons and powers are stolen from Mr. Fantastic.
Fool! Only someone as brilliant as I would have been able to outsmart your leader. Who do you think it was who arranged for all of you to leave New York City?
New York City.
New York City!
New York City?
It was me. I arranged everything down to the last little detail.
Good movie.
And now, at last, I am arranging your finish. I have
Wait,
separate what?
We're American. We're not Finnish.
You
Damn,
got anything to drag this out?
I didn't figure on that. Wait, what the?
Is that a pixel?
I have a separate antimatter shell zeroed in on each of you. Again, thanks to Mr. Fantastic, who invented this impotent weapon.
Well, you blew my bit.
And so, At this second, at exactly the stroke of 4, just as I had planned, the Fantastic Four will meet their... My God! The shells! What has happened? Hobson!
I will tell you all about it, laughing boy. After I mop up the place with you, and I'll do some clobbering time on your head.
Don't hurt him too much, Ben. Save some for us.
Yeah.
Quick, Johnny, get back out to the car. There's a 13-year-old waiting for you to perform.
Not for that, but for this, I was hoping you would ask, talking about these deadly cylinders.
No, don't. It's a nuclear device.
How did you do it? How did you beat me?
Oh, writing my letter from Rita. Reed. I've been itching to give him some clobbering.
You overlooked one thing in your plan, Sinker. There is always an X factor. A damn beauty to prepare for the unexpected. You see, it all started on a Tuesday, back when I was getting my beer from Willie Lumpkins. Not knowing what we'd find when we invaded our building, I contacted Mr. Lumpkin, our postman, our beloved friend, and told him to ring a special downstairs bell at exactly 4 o'clock. Reed Richards, leader of the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic himself, had previously set up an electric circuit breaker, which rendered all my equipment useless when that bell is rung, as a precaution against any enemy taking over my lab. I also hid my beer.
Bah! You talk so much that I got over my anger issues.
The X Factor. The unexpected. The human element. The one thing I didn't count on.
I sent for some Irish police, Reed.
But get
Who would have thought there'd be 2 comic book titles in one panel?
I didn't count on the Spanish Inquisition.
The Inquisition.
Nobody ever does. And so,
Next time it will be different. I shall plan for the X Factor too. And then nothing will foil me.
what makes you think there'll be a next time, big fella?
Quite a homecoming. Hey, Sue.
Yeehaw! Well, there's never a dull moment. Or and every picture tells a story anyway.
Yeah.
Be really funny if next time he shows up, X Factor is actually there.
Now hear this, kiddies and little Rhaegar as well. It's exactly 4 minutes after 4. And the menace of the Thinker is now over.
And I'm still not with Namor. I mean, we're all together again, as we should be.
It's also 1 hour and 24 minutes into this reading.
Yep.
Wait till I get my fiddle, sis. I'll play Hearts and Flowers.
For this I gave up a career in showbiz. I ought to have my head examined.
You really should. It looks like a lump of cookie dough.
Yeah, at least I'm not a flamer.
The end. Dear God, it finally came.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. We ask you to click like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. Also, leave a comment down below. What do you thought of this reading? It's been a while since we read a Fantastic Four.
It's been a while since we started this reading.
Yep.
It has, and yet for one of us, it hasn't been long enough.
We started this on Monday. Now it's about Friday night. If you want to help with the channel, you can, like I said, click like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff. And also go to Ko-Fi.com, leave a dollar in the dollar bit if you can. Every dollar helps pay for the StreamYard, which is the monthly bill. And also goes for paying for these awesome comic books like the ones you saw tonight, which we read on Comixology, which is a very fun site.
That was no Jonathan Hickman, but it was okay.
All right. I just remembered why Zach's never here.
He's got 4 senses.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, America, and all the ships at sea.